Hey guys, this is Thomas over here, nursemoneytalk.com. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what you would call the easy questions on the NCLEX. These could also be called lower level questions on the NCLEX or also non-passing questions. So before I get into that, two things. If you haven't already subscribed, I want to go ahead and invite you to hit that subscribe button. On this channel, I talk about all things related to nursing student, and of course, nurse life. The second thing is that if you haven't already taken the NCLEX and you have not bought an NCLEX prep course yet, I want to go ahead and invite you to check out the NCLEX prep course I recommend by going to nursemoneytalk.com/NCLEX prep. You'll see it on the screen and it'll also be in the descriptions. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, when it comes to easy questions on the NCLEX, like I already mentioned, sometimes they'll call them like low-level questions. Sometimes they'll also call them like non-passing questions, because if you've seen any one of my videos, which I won't really rehash, there's like a passing line, and essentially you want to stay above the passing line, and that, essentially get passing level questions, which would be harder questions. Now, the easy questions would be essentially what you would call rote memorization questions, or questions that don't really require any critical thinking or application style questions. Now, normally when it comes to, topics on, difficulty of NCLEX questions, normally like in situations like this, people will bring up Bloom's taxonomy, and I'll put it up here if you're really that interested in it. But if you want, it's kind of boring. If you want to read that, I'll put a link to the article on Nurse Money Talk. You can go check that out. I won't really hash that out in this video because, like I said, it's kind of boring. It's honestly, it's a little irrelevant. All you really need to know for this is that it is memorization questions that doesn't require any real application or critical thinking. So one example that I've given before was that if you're looking at a situation where, let's say, which of the following pulse oximetry readings will indicate mild hypoxemia? And then answer A is 100% SpO2, B is 94% SpO2, C is 0% SpO2, and D is 88% SpO2. And if you think about it, the answer would be D, because if you just look at it, you just really need to remember that normal values of pulse oximetry is between 94, 100% ish or so. And so just by looking at that, 88% would be a low oxygen level, and hence you would get to the answer of that being 88%. And then 0, that wouldn't be mild. That would just be way too low. 100% and 94% are still within normal range. So yeah. So not really talking about how good of a question that really is, or whether or not you would actually see that on the NCLEX. But the point is to kind of highlight this simple fact, which is this is a question that it's just memorization. So do you remember these one or two key points and then just regurgitate the answer? It doesn't require you to apply anything else to that. It doesn't require you to critically think. You don't have to then, it's not okay, so now I know that these are, that this is a low oxygen level. What am I supposed to do about that? No, it doesn't even ask you any of that. You're just regurgitating an answer. So that hence would be an example of what you would consider a low level or a non-passing easy question on the NCLEX. But short video. In this one, let me know if you have any questions in the comment sections below. Don't forget about that NCLEX prep course that I recommend if you haven't already bought one yet. And I'll catch you very soon in that next video.